Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon to all participants and all presenter in Technology and Innovation International Conference 2023. Let me introduce myself. My name is Samsidar and I'm a lecturer from Polytechnic Negeri Nunukan from Indonesia. Here I'll present my research paper with my co-author and I entitled Comparison of Yield and Gel Strength of Gracilaria verrucosa seaweed from plant tissue isolation seeds and local seeds in South Sulawesi. Gracilaria verrucosa, a type of seaweed with high economic value due to its agar content. Agar used as a food ingredient makes this seaweed have high demand. The level market demand for Gracilaria verrucosa reaches 21.8% in a year, while the amount available is only 13.1%. To increase the productivity of seaweed, it should support not only from the cultivation activities but also the quality of seeds. And this research is to find out the quality of the seeds used to compare the strength of seaweed gel and yield. To determine the agar content of seaweed, the yield of agar can be analyzed by looking at the ratio of dry seaweed to agar content. It is according to Yusufi et al. 2013. And then according to Winarno, 1996, gel strength is a quality parameter that greatly determines the price of seaweed. So it is very important to measure the quality of gel. The strength of agar gel is highly dependent on the ratio of the content of agarose to agropectin. The gel formation process occurs due to the presence of bonds between polymer chains to form the three-dimensional structure containing solvents in the caps. Gracilaria verrucosa seaweed is a plant that is widely distributed in tropical water, one of which is in Indonesia. This type of grass is a jelly producer. It is most widely used in the production of agar because the content of agarose and agropectin is good enough to produce agar with a strong gel. Compared to the result extracted from the type of seaweed, agar has unique characteristics because it has water holding. Some agar are not the same as the agar or jelly product. Currently, the use of agar has grown quite rapidly in various pharmaceutical industries as ingredient in the manufactures of drugs, dental expression, solvents, and others. It is according to Ritawati 1990 and Noni 2005. This research was carried out at the Biotechnology Laboratory Center Research Institute for Brackish Water Aquaculture and Fisheries Extension BRPBA3 Maros Regency, South Sulawesi Province in March 2022. The research used the experimental laboratory method by conducting 3 replications of yield testing and gel strength. Next, you will see the extraction procedure. The agar extraction and drying process is carried out by wash it first with fresh water and then drying it. After we drying the seaweed, we will weigh as much 10 grams and soak in 500 ml of 0.25% chlorine solution for 3 days. Furthermore, the seaweed is washed and soaked again with fresh water for 3 hours. And then we wash again the seaweed and soak it in 1% sulfuric acid in 500 ml for 15 minutes. After soaking, the seaweed was washed again and then soak it in 500 ml of fresh water for 15 minutes. And then we will cook the seaweed in 500 ml of aqueous on the hot plate at 200 degrees Celsius until the volume of water becomes 400 ml. Furthermore, the seaweed will dry in oven at 60 degrees Celsius until dry. The extraction process you can see from the picture. And the next stage is gel strength. The process of testing the gel strength was carried out by preparing 3 grams of extracted agar, which was mixed with blender. Agar was then dissolved in 100 ml of distilled water and heated at 250 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. After a homogeneous solution was poured into a standard bottle and left overnight to form a gel. These research results show that the agar-cased raw plant tissue isolation sheet had a 13.09% higher yield of agar than the local sheets of 12.44%. The results show that plant tissue isolation sheets can be one of the solutions to increase agar level in seaweed. And then, tissue isolation sheets have gone through a rejuvenation process in the laboratory so that they can be one of the factors in increasing the level of agar in seaweed. On the other side, Mulyaningrum et al. 2015 explained that the composition of Gracilaria verrucosa cells resulting from tissue culture had medulla cells that were irregular, oval in shape, and there were lots of empty space between cells. In addition, cortical cells from tissue culture also have less dense agreements so that even in a low salinity, the seedling from tissue culture can still well because the nutrient transfer process can still run. And the other results for the gel strength show that the gel strength from plant tissue isolation was 879.68 grams per centimeter square, which was higher than the local sheets in the 780.86 grams per centimeter squares. The results of the gel strength show the yield from plant isolation was higher than the local sheets, but the result both of them it is included for the quality standard for Japan, where the Japanese export agar, the gel strength superior quality is more than 600 grams per centimeter squares. In the end of this research, we made the conclusion that the process of the extracting Gracilaria verrucosa seaweed was carried out using the tissue culture seeds and the local seed, with the result of calculating the yield and the strength gel show that plant tissue isolation seeds had better quality. Namely, the yield of agar was 13.09% and the gel strength was 879 grams per centimeter square. It is higher than the local seaweed yield. It is 12.43% and the gel strength is 780.86 grams per centimeter square. In the end of this presentation, I will say thank you for your all attention and terima kasih.